It's been so long since you smiled. Tell me where you left an empty child. Oh, let's have a feast on those who least expected this. The time is now, I swear we won't regret it. Won't regret it. Yeah, we stay there under stars in the shelter of the dark. Addicted.
Hello there everyone and welcome for the Red Bull SuperCar Tour round number 5 here on this season. As we enter here at the Clark International Speedway, Marcus Sacchi in the 38, he's going to start on the pole next to him. Another road course ringer, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. is looking for some better luck after last round. He had the 28 of Casey Nanico and others right there. There's Raymond Fisher, one of the former winners of the season. Coming into this round, Casey Nanico is the only driver with multiple wins this season. He is your points leader by just 16 points over Raymond Fisher. Then there's Zane Davidson and Zachary Fitzwater Sr., who's 4th in the standings, and Marcus Sacchi, who's 5th in the standings. So, should be a fun one to watch. It's been a while since the IndyCar, though, since these guys has been on tracks. Get you down to the commands. And the engines have been fired up. Drivers now rolling off of the starting grid right there. So Clark International Speedway is the first time NORLA has been here for any division really. So really interesting to see how these drivers take on this track and how well this track is ran by these drivers. Marcus Sacchi starts on the pole, does not have a win this season. Fitzwater next to him. Fitzwater started on the front row in the last race but got taken out on the first lap. And Fitzwater is just hoping for better luck this time around. The guy behind him was a driver who won the last 2 races here in the Red Bull Series. Casey Nanico will be looking for a 3-peat, something that hasn't been done in so long in the NORLA League. Jonathan Scarlett in the 42, he's starting up here in the 4th position. He too is looking for some good luck his way. Great starting position and a great chance for that 42 to try and get in a victory lane. So Marcus Sacchi really good on these road courses. Most of his cup wins have come from a road course, so really see how he goes head-to-head with Zachary Fitzwater Sr., who starts right next to him. Bit of view from the helmet cam here. So after this round here at Clark, next race we had the Watkins Glen circuit, and then for Denver road course for the American Tour. After this race, there will only be 6 races remaining here for the Red Bull drivers. After Watkins Glen, we head to Denver, then Monaco, Simons, then Winton, and then finale at Valkenburg. Pace car going down pit road now as we're getting ready for the round of 5 here as the crowd is on their feet, getting ready for what should be a good show here at Clark. 2 road course wingers, 2 of the best road course drivers here in the NORLA League will go head-to-head as they start 1 and 2. Marcus Sacchi, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. on the front row, Casey Nanico behind them, followed by Jonathan Scarlett in the 42. Here we go for the 5th race of the season. We are green. They're pretty even, dead even as we head into the first corner here. 2 teammates, Mitsubishi teammates right there of Casey Nanico and Marcus Sacchi. Nanico trying to take second from Zachary Fitzwater Sr. Meanwhile, Marcus Sacchi looks like he's going to be clear for the lead right here, but Fitzwater fighting hard for that second position from the 28. Meanwhile, Marcus Sacchi already out to a rocket lead here. And they're still dead even for the second position. And for the 4th position as well. Fitzwater not giving up too easy on Nanico. Nanico's going to fight for it, and it looks like he's going to be able to clear the 17 right there. Maybe no. Here comes Fitzwater again, pouncing at the door of Casey Nanico in the 28. It's just still side by side. Fitzwater looks like he's going to get a preferred line. However, into this corner, he clears the 28 and he shoots into second. Meanwhile, Sachi still holds the lead as we head into this really tight corner here. A track like this really difficult to pass on. We saw that in practice. It was very difficult. A lot of these drivers would say about the track. It's a track where any mistake you make will cost you a position or more, obviously. And we got contact early on here. That's the 42 of Jonathan Skull. Hard into that wall right there. No safer barrier. And I believe that was Casey Nanako who was running third. And it was the 28 of Nanako. He's going to lose a ton of position. Both drivers are. And very unfortunate for Jonathan Skull. Casey Nanako was third and fourth at the same time. Right here looks like Skull just tried to clear the 28, but obviously he wasn't cleared all. And right, that's a hard hit into that wall right there, but he was able to keep going. The 42 was. Another look at here. It looks like he just overshot the corner just a bit trying to get past the 28, and that ended up getting into the 28's right front nose right there and sends a 42 into the wall. And Nanako is going to lose a ton of positions after that, running on pole with him here.
Take your time, get everything
and he was just trying to get a turn, but the grass is extremely wet due to weather this past weekend. But tough break for Casey Nanako, who doesn't look like he's going to get the three-peat here. Meanwhile, Marcus Sachi still leads over Zachary Fitzwater Sr. How about Trevor Collins in the 7th, currently running in the 3rd position. Alex Benyako and others right here. Good battle right here. Carter Joey and Raymond Fisher in the 12th. Fisher in the Red Bull has one win this season. He won the 2nd race. Carter Joey has to ride on board shotgun here from the helmet cam. Right, falling line right behind his teammate. Another couple of teammates right there. There's Benyako in the 63. Yako has not been having any much luck this season. Marcus Sachi continuing to lead there. Jonathan Scott, he's made his way onto the pit lane. They're going to try to repair that car as much as they can. Schmidt Peterson and others back here as well. Looks like someone got into the dirt just a little bit right here, but Fitzwater's still trying to hunt down the 38, and he got really close. He got a really good run in that corner right there, and he's going to try to close the gap on the 38, maybe trying a bump and run for the 38. Both drivers drove it really wide in that corner right there, trying to get a good run off. We go through the field, two couples side by side contact. That's the 23 and the 63 hard into the wall. And that's a big impact right there. Carter Joey, we were just talking about him and he's done. What a massive incident that was. And again into that wall. Alex Benyako, he too was involved and his car looks like it's maybe stalling on him. What a massive impact that was. Another look at it. Looks like the same situation that happened to Jonathan Skull and Casey Nanako. Looks like Joey just overshot the corner, got into Benyako, and what a hard hit into the wall that is. My goodness, mate. What a hit. That's just a really bad angle. He was going head on, and good thing it wasn't directly head on. That would have been even worse, but man, what a massive hit. Looking at full time here. Jeez, goodness, mate. That's a really big hit right there, and both drivers are definitely going to be out of it, especially Carter Joey. We're hoping he's all right after that incident. We'll get word when we can. That was a really hard hit. Hopefully we don't have any more incidents right there, and of course the yellows are turned up for the road courses. But meanwhile, Fitzwater Sr. still trying to chase down Marcus Sachi in the 38. Trevor Collins, he's gained a bit on Zachary Fitzwater Sr. actually. There's a ride board rear from the 17. Fitzwater, who has one win this season, had wrecked out early on the last race after starting on the front row. There's Alex Benyako. He's going to go down pit road and he's going to retire. Benyako's day is done. And he'll have to wait again and maybe try and still score that first win. A lot of drivers getting into the dirt. Zane Davidson battling with a couple of the drivers. Zachary DeLello in the 33. Mark Owens in the 80. Oh, that's not DeLello. That's Mark Owens in the 70. That's right on board with him here, shotgun.
Still out there. Oh yeah.
You can see just how difficult it is on that corner to turn the car, so that could be a big reason as to why those two incidents from earlier happened. And we have word now that Carter Joey is alright. He was able to climb out the car under his own power, but had to sit next to his car for a bit, as I'd definitely be shaken up too after an incident like that. Smith-Peterson off the course just a little bit in that 14. He gets into the wall. Not too much damage, but a lot of ground lost right there from the 14. Tough break for Smith-Peterson, but we head back up front. It's still Zachary Fitzwater Sr. trying to chase down Marcus Sacchi, your race leader, who's been a race leader since the start of the race. We're going to take a quick commercial break, then we'll be back to take you to the finish. Welcome back here to the Clark International Speedway for round number 5 of the Red Bull Supercar Tour. You're looking at your race leader Marcus Sacchi in the 38. He has pulled a bit of a gap now on Fitzwater Sr., who's currently running in the 2nd position, and behind him is Trevor Collins, who's hunting down the 17, trying to get that 2nd position away. You haven't missed much. Everyone's been pretty much calm here. Zachary Delella running off the track just a little bit, but we've mostly seen single file racing since those two incidents. And once again, Carter Joey in the 28, or Carter Joey in the, can't remember what color that was, but Carter Joey is alright. He's been checked and released from the infield care center. He said the wreck was on him, and he apologized to Alex Benyako. Both drivers are out of the race, but still up front, Marcus Sacchi in the 38, looking for his first road course win in a really long time. As I mentioned before, he's won multiple road course races over on the Cup side. So has Fitzwater Sr. Both drivers got most of their wins from road course, so it's no surprise to see that the road course ringers of the NORLA League running 1 and 2, led by Marcus Sacchi in the 38. They felt really good about their car coming into this race weekend, and after this race they won't be here much long. Whether they win or not, they still have to head back over into the Americas for the cup events, as you ride on board with the 07 of Trevor Collins. He was really catching Fitzwater about a lap ago, but it seems like he may have fallen off the pace just a little bit, and Fitzwater's actually caught up to the 38 a bit more, as it was almost a 2-second gap between the leader and 2nd place last lap. Go back here, everyone's still pretty much single file, and with less than 2 laps to go, Fitzwater Sr. really reeling in the 38, as maybe he's going to try something. Late race here was probably saving all he got. Look at the gap now, less than a car length about right there in that corner. Sacchi got a better drive off, but Fitzwater really drives it into the corners. As you ride rare from Marcus Sacchi, your race leader. Fitzwater kind of losing a bit of ground right there. 38 was able to drive it off, get a bit of drive off right there. As they enter into the S's, Fitzwater looks like he's just a little bit more on the loose side than the 38. Marcus Sacchi just cannot mess up these next few corners, as any mistake by your race leader could result in him losing the race, of course. As they head into the final couple corners, coming to the white flag, as the white flag will wave in the air. 1 lap to go for Marcus Sacchi in the 38. Fitzwater has 1 lap to try and get him. Sacchi does not have a win this season. Fitzwater does. Fitzwater wants a 2nd win. Sacchi had the better corner right there, and you can tell Fitzwater's driving the wheels off of that car right there. He's trying so hard to get to the 38. As you go through the field once more, everyone's still single file pretty much. The 8 off course just a little bit right there. Marcus Sacchi so close to his first ever win. Lap car Jonathan Scott, he was able to get back on the racetrack right in front of the leaders actually, so I don't know if they're going to be able to catch him in time. We'll see what happens, as we are going to try and see from a helicopter cam here. as he definitely pulled the gap on Fitzwater in the last lap. So all he has to do now is not make any mistake. Really tight corner here. He gets through it just fine. Fitzwater looks like he may have got through that corner just as good as well. Couple more corners for the 38 of Marcus Sacchi. We haven't seen him in victory lane in NORLA in quite a bit of time, and it's about time that Marcus Sacchi goes back to victory lane, and what a way it would be to do it here as he's closing in on the 42. Fitzwater Senior doesn't look like he's going to be able to get to the 38 unless he makes a mistake on these last couple corners here. And there's Marcus Sacchi right onto the back bumper of the 42. He's going to get around it just fine. But out of the final corner, welcome back to victory lane as Marcus Sacchi wins it here at Clark.
Awesome work.
And congratulations to Marcus Sacchi on his first career Red Bull SuperCar Tour win. And he gets it done here at Clark International Speedway. A mistake-free race is going to get them the win here.
Appreciate all the hard work, guys. It was awesome to win with everybody. Everybody's part of this team. Everybody holds a solid position here. And what I mean by that is everybody has each position that is their duty. And it takes focus and determination. And it takes it to bringing it to the next level. Now that we've won, it doesn't change. We can still continue to get better.
So now that Sacchi has a win, maybe shifts the focus a bit more towards him. Fitzwater Senior, he's going to get run-up position. Much better result than the last round. But Fitzwater will try to go on next week at the Glen and try to win it there. A track he's won at before. Trevor Collins, you get a solid third position. Tyler Fontaine gets fourth. And Raymond Fisher fifth. Then you have DeLello, Sizemore, Baltimore Otts, and Zane Davidson, followed by Mark Owens. That is your top 10. But congratulations to Marcus Sacchi. He's your Red Bull SuperCar Tour winner here at the Clark International Speedway, as he'll go and try to repeat at the Glen and search for his second victory here. But until then, I'll see you guys for the Procore IndyCar Series as they roll into Watkins Glen. Should be a fun race to watch there. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Once again, congratulations to Marcus Sacchi on the win. And this should bump him up pretty good in the standings for a shot at the title. And remember, 6 races remain after this. So should be a fun rest of the season. The Red Bull guys will be back on the track at Watkins Glen after the IndyCar Series. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you for the Procore Series.
Face that I watch every time I lie. Face the last